Türkiye'ye hoş geldiniz. Welcome to Turkey.
Thank you so much. Teşekkür ederim.
Oh, yes. Sizi burada görmek çok güzel. Çok mutluyuz.
Thank you.
Ya, burada ne amaçla İstanbul'dasınız?
I came here to buy fabrics for my dresses. Yes, because I have many big performances ahead and I need big, sparkling, beautiful dresses. And here in Turkey, the fabrics are just fantastic. All this handicraft is fascinating. So I came here and also to meet you, of course.
Thank you very much. Oh my god. Süper. Bu kıyafetleri opera sahnesinde mi kullanacaklar?
Mostly for classical music concerts. But of course, I can use these dresses to sing another repertoire too.
Oh.
Yes.
Another repertoire?
I mean, repertoire like La Forza and this crossover genre. Of course, I can use, if the dress is beautiful, I can use it everywhere.
Oh, very nice, very nice, very nice. İlk sorum, müziğe nasıl başladınız? Sesinizi ilk kim keşfetti?
I went to the children choir. Actually, my mom brought me to the children choir when I was 4.
4?
Yes, 4 years old. So I was very little.
Yes.
And I started to sing. And actually, in my real life, I was very, very shy. I was afraid to talk to strangers and super shy. But on the stage, I was like, yeah, this is my place. And I felt really free to express myself and to play around. And one moment, I understood that I have the loudest, the highest voice in the choir, and because they started to give me soloist parts, and every concert I was the soloist. And later, when I was 14,
Bravo. Okay.
When I was 14, I watched one Salzburg festival opera. It was like a live translation. Not translation. It was it was showed on Mezzo. Music channel, classical music.
Mezzo, yes, I know.
Yes, and there was Traviata where Netrebko was singing, and I just fell in love because it was just fantastic, and I thought that's the thing I want to do. And then I started to take private lessons bit by bit. Then I went to music school and then to academy. So now I have a master in classical music singing.
Very nice. Beni çok etkiledi. Yani 4 yaşında sahneye çıkarken çok heyecanlı, çok utangaç olup fakat sahnede inanılmaz kendimi, evet ben burada hissediyorum demek acayip bir şey.
Yes. It's amazing. Thank you. I think it's very interesting because I was really fighting with my shyness in everyday life. Like until I was even grown up, I was afraid to call somebody because I thought, if they're foreigners, like, what should I say? But on the stage, I have never experienced nothing like that. On the stage, it was always like, that's my place. That's very interesting. But now, of course, I'm a grown up and I don't have any more issues like that. But I used to work on that a lot, not to be shy in everyday life, like to be the same person as I'm on the stage.
Very nice. Şu an utangaç değil ama değil mi? Süper. Bence utangaçlık yakışır ama size. Tamamen yok etmeyin yani bunu.
Maybe. I think I can never take it all out, so I'm still shy sometimes. Even it's not necessary to be shy, but I'm so I'm like, okay, I'm like on the stage.
Thank you. Yaptığım analiz videosunu izlediniz mi? Neler düşündünüz?
Yes, I have watched. That was wonderful. Thank you so much. You made so many nice comments. I was like, oh.
Süper. Eurovision'dan önce ve sonra müzik hayatınızda değişen neler oldu? yarışmalarda yarışan, birinci olan insanların müzik kariyerlerinde genelde çok başarılı olmadığını görüyoruz. Yarışmaların müzik kariyerinde etkili olup olmadığı konusunda olumlu olumsuz neler düşünüyorsunuz? Very long question.
This Eurovision contest had a very big impact on my life
Yeah.
and on my career because this is the biggest competition in the whole world. 220 million people are watching that,
Yeah.
and many people can discover new voices, new talents on this competition, and that's an amazing thing about that. And of course, I have the amount of my concerts have increased
Yeah.
a lot. I have to do a lot of work,
Yeah.
and I'm very happy about that because the schedule is super tight.
Yeah.
And just a person have to be very smart to know how to use that attention at the right moment and the right way.
Yeah.
But I really like that competition.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not like because I'm classical musician
Yeah.
more, and that's maybe not the way I planned to go at the start of my career. But now I think it's very interesting because I can introduce to people the classical vocal more, and maybe they will start to be interested more in classical music at one day. And that's my main goal,
Yeah.
to introduce a little bit different kind of music to the larger audience.
Yeah. Türkiye'de konser verecek mi? Bu Şadül'e ekleyebileceğiz mi?
I'm waiting for an invitation. Of course, I would
Yes,
gladly
yes.
do. Then I should learn some beautiful Turkish songs too.
Bence siz hem şarkınız hem sahne şovunuzla ve ayrıca işte hem sesinizle bizim için birincisiniz Eurovision'da. Gönlümüzün birincisisiniz. Aldığınız puan sizce yeterli miydi?
So you are
Ne
doing
hissettiniz?
your song and with your
Yes.
stage show and voice.
Yes.
So do you think your
Yes.
score was enough?
Oh, thank you so much. I'm really happy to hear that my performance and music went to your hearts because I was singing it with all my soul and heart. I think for that kind of performance and for that kind of music to be in the top 10 at Eurovision is fantastic because we could see what is the taste of the people like who usually
Yeah.
watch Eurovision, like the first places. So I'm really happy that I got
Yeah.
that place. So.
Okay.
And of course, for me, it's not necessary, to be in somewhere on the score on a good place. For me, it's necessary to be in the hearts of the people.
Yeah. Okay. Me too. Me too. Müzik eğitim kariyerinizi, hayatınızı anlatır mısınız? Biyografinizde Raduga Koroz, George Oates,
Yeah,
Eda
it's a music school.
Zahanova, yes,
That's my-
Helena Kaptan,
Yeah.
Kemal Kaan gibi bir sürü isim var. Eğitim hayatınızda her çalıştığınız insan size ne kattı?
Yeah, I got all my musical background from the children choir because we did a very big amount of different kind of music, choral music, for example, classical music, different nationalities music. Our choir that I was singing in, we sang on 21 languages, different languages. So different kind of, and that music was like a traditional music also. And all these kinds of different music, it grew me up like a musician. And of course I've got also my solfeggio training there, and went to the music school where I continued my studies, and then I went to already baccalaureate, masters,
Yeah.
and of course I take a lot of master classes from different kind of musical coaches and vocal coaches, and for me it's very interesting to explore my voice and to hear what different people hear, and it's very interesting also to hear different suggestion what way to move. So that's always interesting for me to develop and to grow.
Yeah. Very nice. Ses genişliğiniz ve ses sınıfınız nedir?
My range is
Yeah.
quite big. It starts from. I don't have a low voice. I have very high voice. It's
Yeah.
coloratura soprano, if
Coloratura
if we call that operatic way.
Yeah.
And it's from like what is the octave names? It goes until H7.
H7.
Yes, like the
Yeah.
normal octave,
Yeah.
and my voice goes like until A,
Yeah.
then normal, then one more, and almost until the end of the third. So
Tam anlamadım.
Almost like 3 or 4
more,
octaves then.
more than three.
More than three. More than three. Koloratura soprano. Okay, very nice. Türk şarkıcılardan tanıdıklarınız var mı? Türk şarkılarını biliyor musunuz? Hiç duydunuz mu?
Yes, actually, I really love Turkish music, especially national music mixed with lounge music. I really enjoy it. And
National music and lounge music.
yeah, like
Mix.
the mix.
Yeah.
And I often put it at home for relaxing. Yes, and there is one singer, very famous.
Tarkan.
Yes,
Yes.
of course.
This is simple answer.
yes, yes.
Okay. Estonya'da müzik ne derece önemlidir? Estonya'da müzik eğitiminin diğer ülkelerle farkı var mıdır? En sevilen müzik türleri nelerdir? Yani biraz Estonya'daki müzikten bahseder misiniz? Long question too.
Can you tell us?
Actually, music in Estonia is extremely important. Yes. One interesting fact that we had a singing revolution.
Singing revolution.
Yes. So people were rioting, but with singing. No fighting, no
Oh,
singing.
Singing.
So,
Oh,
yeah, because Estonia was under Soviet Union,
Yeah.
and people were expressing their thoughts and feelings through singing.
Yeah.
That already is a great example, and also we have very deep choir singing culture, because every few years we have singing festival where on the stage there are 80,000 people singing all together, and there is a conductor, and this choir thing in Estonia is very, very important.
Very important.
In every school there is a choir, in every little village there is a choir, and all the choirs come from the whole Estonia and participate in such big events. And also we have great conductors from Estonia, and great composers. For example, maybe you have heard Arvo Pärt. Arvo Pärt.
Arvo Pärt.
Actually, his composition was used in Ice Age. Ice Age cartoon.
I know. Yes.
Yeah, you know
Yes,
this
yes.
minimalistic.
Yeah.
So he's from Estonia. So music is very important.
Very important. Büyük çoğunlukla klasik müzik ve orkestral müzik duyuyorum. Yani onun haricinde pop, rock, diğer türler var mı gelişen? Veya halk müziği ne seviyede?
It's also very popular in Estonia.
Yeah.
There are a lot of pop musicians, and They are very famous in Estonia, and people love pop music in Estonia. People do rock, and people do a lot of jazz.
Jazz.
And of course, folk music is also very important.
Very important.
Yeah.
Ben halk müziği mezunuyum. Türkiye'de Türk Müziği Devlet Konservatuvarı'ndan ve çok merak ediyorum ülkelerin halk müziklerini.
So he graduated from Istanbul State Conservatory Music School.
Yeah.
His major was folk music.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, folk music. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So he's really curious about your folk music. He really wants to learn.
Yeah. Ben sizden bir Estonya türküsü rica etsem bana bir söyle, dinlemek çok isterim. Türkiye'deki herkes çok dinlemek ister.
Huh. Yes, of course. Let me think for some nice song.
A folk song.
Yeah, folk song.
Yeah.
Now I will remember the lyrics. There was a song about a girl who sang about her fisherman husband.
Fisherman husband.
Yeah, that her husband is the best in the whole village, and he has the best boat with the best fishing skills, and he's just the Superman. But this man doesn't know that he is her man yet.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a funny
very nice.
song. Let me. Wait, I will take my time.
No? Take your time.
Wait.
Okay. 5 cam, break 2. Same time.
I will tell when I will start. Wait, I will not to
Okay,
sing
okay.
some.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay.
Wait. I cannot remember the second verse of the lyrics.
Little.
Yeah. Okay.
Little part.
Okay.
No problem.
I will sing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no! I will sing another song. I remember it better. Sorry. This song is also very funny. Where the girl, she's like, her mother says like, please, there is, when you're doing cotton.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a wheel, and you
yes.
do the.
Yeah.
And a girl, and her mother says, Lisu is the girl. Please start doing your homework to do this wheel. And she's like, no, I'm so tired. Like all my muscles are hurt. And her mother, do your work. Your father will go to the city and will bring you something sweet. And she's no, I'm tired. And then finally, mother says, your father will go to the city and will bring you a nice man. She's like, yeah, now I'm okay. So yeah,
Very
okay,
nice
I will
song.
sing that.
I love this song.
Okay. Ketradisu, ketradisu, ketradisu, memme tytär, ketradisu, memme tytär, ketradisu, ketra. Ei mina ketra, ei tekine. Kõik mu luud ja liikmed haiged, kõik mu luud ja liikmed haiged, luud ja liikmed haiged.
Oh, very nice. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Oh. Hasbel, üşümezsen.
No, that's okay.
No.
Yeah.
Arkada harika bir boğaz manzarası ve bir Estonya halk türküsü dinledik. Muhteşemsiniz.
Folk song.
Oh,
Thank you very
thank you.
Sesinizi nasıl koruyorsunuz? Nasıl bakıyorsunuz? Özel yöntemleriniz var mı?
The best protection is to sing properly with a good technique.
Yeah.
To use your voice wisely.
Yeah.
And of course, if I have a very tight schedule, a lot of singing, I cannot allow to go anywhere out with the loud music, with the crowds, loud speaking. So, yeah.
Low tempo.
Yeah, a lot of like in the evening I prefer, of course, not to listen to the loud music or it's
Yeah.
tranquility. And of course winters in Estonia are very cold.
Very cold.
And my favorite drink is ginger,
Ginger.
lemon and
Yeah.
honey, a tea
Yes.
like that, and it's very good protection for the voice. And I travel a lot too,
Yeah.
and in the airplane, I use a humidifier, a mask. I look very strange in that, like an alien. But
No, like a K-pop idols.
no, but this is a different mask.
this is a different
yeah,
mask.
it's like plastic mask, and it has a filter
Oh my god.
which humidifies the so it's strange, but it protects, because when you fly, the voice cords get really dry. And for singing, it's not good. And of course, to drink a lot of water, it helps always.
Yeah. Thank you. Ben de alacağım onlardan bir tane.
Buy one too.
Yeah,
Gezeceğim.
it's good because it protects also from the germs, so you don't get sick. Because in winter time, there are a lot of people like
Yes,
on the planes, and you're like.
Okay. Sahne performansları öncesinde nasıl hazırlanıyorsunuz? Sahnede en çok nelere dikkat ediyorsunuz?
How do I prepare? Like, that depends on what do I have to sing. If I have to sing some classical music, for example, and I have to learn something new, this is a great work I have to do. If I don't know the language well enough, or if I don't understand some words, I have to translate everything.
Yes.
I have to look for the original source. For example, in classical music, in operatic music, a lot of librettos are based on some novels or some historical events. So I have to look that through. Of course, to know who wrote, how they wrote, the process of writing. And then, of course, I have to learn the material. I have to go through it by myself, then with the pianist, with coaches, with vocal coaches. Great work. And before a performance, there are a lot of things that if I have to sing very high, for example, and not easy repertoire, I cannot go swimming. I cannot go like to take sun because it dries the cords. I have to be careful with the sports because if the muscles are too tense, then the voice is not so plastic. I have to think what I eat, because if I eat something too heavy, then it's like not good to sing. So. And like a lot of preparation. And
Sahne sırasında nelere dikkat ediyor? Ya çünkü o sahneye çıktığı zaman işte ne bileyim kıyafetinden ışıklara özel bir dikkat ettiği bir şey var mı? Özel olmasını kesinlikle istediği bir şey yani sahnede.
That also depends on the repertoire.
Yeah.
What do I sing? Because sometimes I sing something more light, like French chanson, a little bit popish music, or jazz, and these are a little bit different things. Like if I sing classical music, or if I sing crossover, that's also a completely different thing. If I sing, for example, crossover, like La Forza, I prefer to have video, like on the stage, that will support and give more powerful feeling. Also all this technical stuff, monitors, microphones, it's preferred to have that. But if I sing classical music, I just need a good acoustic pianist and piano. And that's already, I'm happy about that. And of course a beautiful dress.
Bu arada Eurovision kıyafetiniz muhteşemdi.
Oh.
Kesinlikle
Thank
çok
you.
akılda kalıcı, inanılmaz güzel bir şey.
Oh.
Yes. O
Thank you.
tasarımda sizin fikirleriniz geçerli miydi? Var mıydı içinde?
Yes, of course. I met with my video artist who made also like all this. Okay, on Eurovision there were no screens, but when we had the national final in Estonia, we had screens, and we met with my video artist, and I said, okay, here I want to have ice, and here the ice on this tact, the ice goes into the water, and here I want to have the water, and here starts to grow the tree. Okay, we didn't grow the tree, they were just these beautiful sparkling things. And I want to blow all the flowers to the audience and to give them my love. And so yeah, practically
Your ideas.
yes,
Oh,
yes.
very nice.
Because for me the story about, I love to have a story about behind every song,
Yeah.
because it gives more power to the song. And also for me as a singer, it's more it's easier to sing when you're telling some story, not just beautiful voice and beautiful sounds. A story is always more interesting also to the audience. And for me it was like story behind La Forza. It was a girl who was like an ice queen. Her heart was in ice, and she never experienced any real true love. And one moment something just started to grow in that heart, and this ice just melted, and yeah, and the flowers and her life began to play with different colors.
Yeah.
So
this is
that
a
was
movie.
the story. Yeah.
This is a movie.
And I
not
wanted-
only song.
Yeah, and I wanted to have all this story on the projection skirt. So
Yeah, yeah. It's very nice. Fantastik hikayeleri seviyor galiba kendi. Yeah.
a lot. That's my favorite genre.
Yeah.
Fantastic and science fiction and all these cosmic things. I'm crazy about that.
Cosmic things.
Yeah, like space,
Oh.
like all the spaceships and stars, planets. When I was little, I wanted to be an astronaut.
Oh.
I think that's from where
First
my
singer astronaut. Belki ileride uzaya gitmeye, insanlar uzaya gitmek üzere. Belki ileride bir şarkıcı olarak siz yer alırsınız. Belli mi?
yes, maybe.
Uzay aracında şarkı söylemek bence eminim sizin için müthiş bir şey olur.
Yeah, when I'm
Very fantastic.
yeah, when I'm like in this
Yeah.
flowing.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Very nice. İleriki yıllarda müzik hedefleriniz nelerdir?
To conquer the world.
and
and the hearts of people. I'm kidding.
Conquer the
Okay,
world, very nice.
in every joke there is a little bit of truth. But my main goal is to do the thing that I love with my soul, with my heart, and at professional level. And yes, the main goal is just to do classical music, of course, and also this crossover genre, because classical music has something deep inside of it. And sometimes people think, oh, it's so boring, but actually it's not. If you just think more about that and try to open yourself to this kind of music, you will get an emotions that you will never get from any other genre. And I'm trying to raise interest in people, especially in young people, more, and to do this crossover thing. And many young people have, for example, said and written to me, "No, opera is my favorite genre. Actually, it's so amazing. I never thought that it might be so interesting." I'm like, that's my goal, and of course to sing on big stages to more people. That's my dream.
Yeah, very nice. Operayı ve klasik müziği ne kadar çok sevdiğini gerçekten anlamak hiç zor değil. Yani operadan bahsederken gözlerinden ışık çıkıyor adeta.
Thank you.
Wow, müthiş bir enerji. Ama zaten bu işin yani sevmeden yapılma ihtimali yok. Böyle bir aşk gerekiyor yani.
Of course.
It's love.
Yeah, the love is the most important thing actually.
Genç, sizi izleyen genç arkadaşlara, yani genç opera ile ilgilenenlere neler söylemek ister? Önerileri neler olur? Tavsiyeleri neler olur?
Singing, it's not an easy job. And if you are a professional singer, and especially if you sing more difficult repertoire, then it's like like a professional sportsman. You have to be very, very careful what you do with your voice, how you sing, because in pop music you sing like and you
Yeah.
say it's supposed to be like that. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
But in classical music you cannot say that. There are rules how you have to sing.
Yes.
And actually that's why I really love crossover and La Forza thing, because nobody can say how I have to sound there. Like I decide, because that's my music. But if you
Yeah.
sing classical music and opera, there are some rules that you have to follow, and it's not an easy job. But if you love it, if you love music, then everything is possible.
Ya. Şimdi kurallardan bahsedince bir gününüz nasıl geçiyor?
But what is the most important the most important thing for me, that every day is different. I have no similar day, because I'm let's say I'm my own manager. I manage my own things. I decide where I do participate, where I don't participate, what I sing, what I don't sing. Nobody says me what to do, so I have a freedom, and for me it's a great gift to have a freedom like that.
Yeah.
And maybe one day can start early in the morning with some interview on national television.
Yes.
Then I go to have a rehearsal. Then I have maybe a break, and then another rehearsal, and in the evening maybe another rehearsal.
Yeah.
Or sometimes all the days are different. Some days are more tranquil, where I sit at home and study music, study new repertoire, maybe write some music myself. But that's the worst part of it, that all the great ideas come at night.
Oh.
Yes, and I just start to compose something. That's my latest hobby, to compose music.
Oh.
Yeah.
İlham geç saatlerde
Very
geliyor.
nice, very nice.
So, and all the great ideas come at night, and I just sit. Oh yeah, that's interesting. Oh yeah, I write it down, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I have the whole next day full of
Yeah.
things, and I have to stop this inspiration flow. But it usually comes at night. That's the worst part. So every day is different.
Every day is different. Okay. Last questions.
Oh.
Ya. Kanalda, YouTube kanalında ve dünyada sizi izleyenlere bir mesajınız var mı? Ya.
To enjoy every day of your life and to appreciate that you're alive. That's the most important thing, because sometimes we forget that it is a gift to be alive, and of course to do everything with love and a great feeling. That's the most important. And of course to enjoy beautiful music every day.
Very nice. 4 tane fan sorusu var.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Oh, that's interesting.
Bir prova videosunda görmüş arkadaş sizi.
Someone
Instagram'da.
saw during a rehearsal video of yours.
Evet. Kemal Kaan. Ensenizden
Ah,
şarkı
yeah.
söylediğinizi
How do you
görmüş.
sing from the back
Ah,
of
yeah.
your neck?
No, it's not singing from the back of the neck. Sometimes when I sing, I tend to do with my head to move it to the front, but that's not right, because the tension comes here. So if I keep it straight,
Straight.
the whole body, then it sounds better, and the tension which comes here, if I do like that,
Yeah.
it also goes to the voice, and that's not right. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's the reason. And of course, if I sing more like that, then I will be singing like that all the time. And that's not good.
Okay. Çok zorlu şarkılar söylüyorsunuz. Hiç sesinizle ilgili sorun yaşadığınız bir zaman oldu mu?
Actually, this is very interesting. If you sing, you have to be careful with your emotions, because if you experience and let the negative emotion take over you, for me it can have impact on my voice. For example, then my high notes, they don't want to come if I'm like so I cannot be sad, I cannot be angry, I have to be always like that. Then my high notes sound very, very, very good. And if you feel that your voice is tired, the best medicine is just to be quiet, because if you overwork, there might be some problems what will be later harder to fix. I once had like that. I had not the best teacher who forced me to do things that weren't good for my voice. So I later had to be quiet. I couldn't speak any word, like doctor didn't allow me to speak for 3 days.
3 days.
Yeah, and you cannot hear any music, anything, just completely
any
quiet.
music?
Yeah, because the chords vibrate, of course. And once I had an experience like that, but luckily everything was fine. I just was quiet for a few days. And
Okay. Gene bir fan sormuş. Bunlar benim sorularım değil, fanlardan gelen sorular. Sevdiğiniz ve önerdiğiniz bir diyafram çalışması var mı?
There is one. That I actually was 3 years teaching in a children choir. I was a vocal coach.
Oh.
Yeah, so I looked also on the children what works good and what doesn't. And one exercise, when you breathe in and you start with your left hand, because here is the heart, and you breathe in. And then slowly let out with the S. Yes, but of course you have to stand, and then you breathe in with another hand, and then the both hands.
Then the both.
And it's super slowly until the whole breath is out. And the last thing, when you breathe in, so it's like that, then like that, and the last you just like, and go slowly like that. Yeah. So it's also you can feel better your supporting muscles when you're going down. And sometimes if for example I don't have enough breath to finish a long phrase, and I need to feel my support muscles, I sing like that. Yeah, then you feel like all this. So yeah.
Yani çok iyi eğitmenlik de yapıyor kendisi, değil mi, üst düzeyde? Ya keşke Estonya'ya gelsek ve sizi öğrencilerinizi eğitirken izleme şansımız olsa.
Oh.
Böyle bir şansımız olur mu ileride?
Okay, now I'm not teaching anymore there in this children choir because the schedule is too tight and I have to sing myself. But I can always go there and do a lesson, so that's not a problem.
Okay. Thank you very much. Aynı şekilde sizi sahnede de izlemeyi çok isteriz. Umarım bir gün bu da olur.
I will post all my performances. Actually, one of the big performances I will have in Shanghai. But maybe that's a little bit too far away in China.
China? Çin'e mi gidiyorsun?
In Shanghai. Yeah, in December on the on the 13th of December I will sing a big concert in Shanghai Opera Theatre with Shanghai Opera Theatre Orchestra and the most famous conductor of Estonia, and he's very famous in the whole world, Neeme Järvi, and who will conduct the concert. Yeah, it will be great, and also I will sing La Forza there for the Chinese audience, and I hope they will like it.
Şahane. Çok teşekkür ederiz. Şimdi röportajın en güzel kısmı.
So this is the best part of our interview.
Gifts!
Really? Oh.
Gifts for you!
Oh my God! No way! Oh.
Okay. This is Turkish lokum.
Wow.
Please try it.
Can I look? Can I look?
Okay. Yeah, you should try it.
Wow, it's
Yes.
amazing.
This is fantastic. Yes.
I
This is
love
rose
it.
locums.
I love it. I love it. This is fantastic. I've tried them, and these are my
Tried them?
favorite.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yes. And
Wow. Wow, that's so beautiful. Oh
Please
my
open,
God,
please open, please
you're so sweet. I love to
Please
open presents. Oh my God, yeah. Thank you so much. Oh. So excited.
please open.
Oh, so beautifully packed that I'm afraid to ruin all this
Oh.
beauty.
No. Please break. Yes.
Wow, wow. Oh, this might be something interesting.
Hep
Oh.
hatırlamanız İstanbul'u ve bizleri.
Wow. Fantastic. Thank you so much. This is fantastic. Oh.
Biz teşekkür ederiz.
Wow. This is so beautiful. And I can drink tea in the morning
Yeah.
and remember this beautiful
Yeah,
view.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is Maiden Tower.
Yes, yes.
Very nice.
Fantastic.
Thank
Thank
you
you
very much for
so much. You're so sweet. Oh, thank you for the presents. I will give you a hug later.
everything. Thank you. Okay,
Thank you.
bye. Bye.
Yeah, bye bye.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you so much. Mwah.